Man, let me tell you, Taurus, even though it's a general, I still end up tapping someone. And by the third one of these, I am, whew, it's insanity. Anyways, hey, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, for November of 2022. We're going to see what's kind of going on, right? This is Brandy from Taurean.com. Alright, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is happening November of 2022? Like that. Voice. And we have key to intimacy. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's underlying, and this is the main message. Under there is forgiveness. Okay. Okay. So, let's go to voice. Because it's a general. Alright. She's a queen, by the way. You are here to be known, so speak and be seen. Family culture and society can often demand silence and invisibility. Sometimes early in life, silence and invisibility are even the necessary means for survival. However, at some point in our lives, we need to release our light from the shadow and shine our uniqueness into the world. This seems like a repetitive message for Taurus that just keeps coming out. I don't know if it's a slow build for us of like getting seen, getting noticed, rolling into 2023, but it is repetitive, I feel. Initially, the very thought of expressing ourselves may stir up fears of being criticized, rejected, abandoned. Nonetheless, it's always up to us whether such fears stop us or we persist alongside them until they dissipate. To withhold our unique gift results in trapped energy that turns negative and is potentially toxic to our health and well-being. I tell people that all the time. I do not like to keep stuff in. It is like a cancer. It will manifest. Okay. Allowing our spirit self to sing nourishes and expands us. Our wings mend by expressing our voice. I've been singing a lot the last 2 days, and music is very, very part of me to sort my mind. And I've noticed that since I've moved here to this evil place, I've not been doing that, and that's detrimental. Hey, Phoenix, could you calm it down? I just got him neutered, and it's like speed. When we express ourselves in ways that others can truly know and can connect with us, it assures that you're living according to your spirit's voice, and it will not betray you. It is you and has your back, often in ways that are not immediately obvious. Nonetheless, hindsight will always reveal that being true to yourself is the way of fulfilling the love, security, and completeness that you seek. So it's like your difference of you being different and unique is actually the blessing and the responsibility to share with other people. Like your shadow, your voice is healing, right? So someone is letting the external influences like silence them, and it's very limiting of their criticism, and they're putting their fear and their shadow onto you. Damn, that's deep. This is deep. Says the girl almost shot in the face, still fighting the law and other evil beings. Okay. This on its own is beautiful. Like, I like photographs like this. Anyways. This is intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. So I automatically, if this is a love situation that you're here for, which most of you are, this is, I feel, with reading that and looking at this, a person coming back around that you may have suppressed who you were because it was too intimidating for them, and like criticized you a lot. But now it's like the key to their survival, the intimacy, and that's why forgiveness is over here. The light for them out of the dark. So whether you receive the unconditional love while growing up and coming to know and accept yourself in such a manner is challenging, unconditional self-love is necessary, and there is a learning curve for being able to allow another to see into us and accept all that we are and are not. And that includes our innermost raw and least flattering shades, because everyone has them. See, I feel this. This is you now. This was you. Now this is them, and you are the light for them, and that's where the forgiveness comes in, whether that's a friend, foe, whatever. Okay, it is desirable but not easy to let a deserving other into our lives deep enough to know our full spectrum. And once we can know, accept, and love who we are and what we are, we become fully available for another to accept the totality of us too. See? The light, the light. I think the roles have switched here. I really do. It's like if they couldn't accept your true nature once together because they were in the dark, and then they put you in the dark, and that's what you have to forgive them for covering up your light. And now you are the voice, and now they see that, and now your light and your voice is helping them out of their dark spot. The truth is coming. I told you. The truth, the light will be shed on the truth. There's too much light here. It was a toxic ship, a toxic dynamic. So that's partner, job, whatever, that made you not be who you are. No, I don't feel that one at all. We're going to reshuffle. Timing is off, but destined to be. And one more. Okay. The hardest goodbye is the one that was never spoken, because I think it's been ongoing. I literally think it's been ongoing. Today is not the day for compromising. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Taurus, Sun, Rising, and Venus. And it's like Phoenix is a toddler that had too much sugar and spun out of control and is now passed out on the floor. Okay. Okay, that is the Knight of Swords, and he's kicking ass and taking names later. I mean, that's pretty much what this is, right? No, you will not suppress me. Yes, I will speak. It may hurt, but it is the truth. The King of Pentacles feels very tied down to some situation, which could be a job. Like, it's not fitting. I don't like it. The Sun. I want to go after what I want. Right? That could be singing. That could be creativity. That is children. I'm making a call. I want to be happy. I don't want to be tied down. I don't want to live in the dark. You know, I'm tired of watching from afar and not making a choice and being stuck in my head. I can't find someone who adds to me like you. Wow. Definitely shit is shaking up. Shit is shaking up. Especially by late November into December. Give me key to intimacy. That's a yes, by the way. 10 of Wands. Huh. 5 of Wands. A Hierophant. That is fighting a spiritual calling. That is fighting a mindset about what love's supposed to look like. This is. And like tried to do something else, tried to fit in with the crowd, tried to silence themselves. That can't be anymore. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. The truth is coming. Someone's going to sit on that for at least a week. Like, they don't want to recall what happened in the past, which isn't, it's not conducive to not speak about it. That's why the truth has to come out. Right. Ace of Cups, like, closing the eyes to the anger or the hate. It's like a love-hate dynamic. Whatever's going on, whether that's your job or whatever. Here's the Empress. Here's you towards Libra. And I feel like, again, we've had this scenario before. Like, I have things I am growing. I am trying to harness. I am trying to stay in my lane. So either you give me the truth. I'm not repeating the old scenario. I know who I am. Here comes Stella Vanilla. Stella girl. I know who I am, and until you realize who I am and who you are, this can't go on. Someone can't leave because of a child, which is making them very sad. And they're trying to figure out a way around that, but there's still a lie in that connection, and they're not allowed to. There's another person, and they really want to leave. It's the timing is off. But here. And that's why the hardest goodbye was never said. It wasn't spoken because it was just lingering. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Then again, your sister is outside. You need to call to her so I can rescue her too. So she is not cold. She's not the one that's like 7 weeks old. Isn't big enough to set off my trap. Finnegan is. You want to come over here, Finn? You want the people to see the baby? Alright. Oh, you guys can't see him. He's over here. He's tiny. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Balance, partnership, blending together, merging together, getting off the fence, making a decision, business contracts. The desire is back, the motivation, acting without really thinking, getting your spark back. It's reminding me of her throat chakra. The karmic debt maybe after the eclipse. Definitely feels like this is ending within the month. Something that's repetitive is ending within the month, and that's when the truth comes out. That's when things can, almost like the traditional view that whatever's going on, house, job, person, it's leading you to stand up and be the light and lead, because that is the purpose. Even if that person's involved, that is the purpose, to go after what it is that you know you're supposed to do. This is definitely a change in home, a change in job, a change in general. These repetitive cycles, it's like, I am no longer going to be quiet. I have chosen my battles. I have, swallowed my pride. I cannot do that any longer. Quarrelsome. Does the action fulfill an emotional need for you? Does it make you feel powerful? Is it a bad habit that needs to stop? Yeah. Yeah. You guys have torn my bed up. Inconsistent. Right. That's why the truth has to come out. That's why the pattern has to stop. We can't have this inconsistency anymore coming in and messing up our flow of life. And that's where the Empress was like, hold up, bro. Think about it. Oh, think about if your thoughts, actions, and routines are inconsistent. Does it serve you well on a daily basis? Mine right now? No. Dealing with all the evil around me? No. I'm trying. Here's inconsiderate. I said that, but here it is. Act with compassion and kindness and be thoughtful and polite. It just feels better on the inside, which is going back to forgiveness over here. Like, you may want to be petty Betty with this person or business or whatever, but knowing your own darkness, it's like you can feel what's going on. You don't like that it's not being said, and you want the truth before you help. Understandable. Or before you open up and get vulnerable. Understandable. That is the key, like they said, to intimacy. But again, you're rotten. Yeah. Squint me, son. You winking at me? 3 of Skulls. Skulls. I swear. Setting your course. Right. This is movement. This is positive movement. This is seeing what it is that you want and going after it no matter what. You're no longer going to hinder that. Commitment, if you can read that. Setting his sights on the commitment that was meant to be, but in the past it was not. This is definitely an unknown territory. Has cat bites all over it. Unknown territory. Do I go down the path I already know, or are we going to do something different? Right? Are we going to do something different? Because we constantly think about each other. Right now, this is on track, but it's all about not distorting your perception with your intuition. Right? They have to speak. Someone has to speak. Because that hurt is blocking the light on both of you. It's blocking the light for you. So whatever's going on, instead of like, they have to tell the truth or it's over. Like, no more repetitive patterns. Boss, friend, family, lover. It has to tell the truth. All right, Taurus, let me know if this resonated. You can go to Taureaneye.com, like I said. Yeah. And I'll catch you later.